What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Sports Freaks Podcast. I'm your host, Patrick Cummings, and with me today is...
Marcus Martinez.
Dominic Petnam.
All right.
Before we get started on the Blackhawks draft lottery and where they land the second pick, today was our last day of high school.
Woo! Yeah. It's been real. The high school journey, 4 years went by so freaking fast. Fast. I met this guy right here. In a little summer program before high school started. And I met DP at the football field. And look at where we are now, just on the podcast together, talking sports. I just want to say I'm grateful for you guys. You guys will always have a special place in my heart till the day I die. So thank you guys.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. You know, it's been very sentimental, these past couple of weeks, really thinking about the last 4 years at Brother Rice, and what a journey.
I was getting flashed with a lot of memories, a lot of moments in our high school careers, from sports to being in the stands, the Crusader Crazies, little assemblies, all the pep rallies.
Whether it was Seamus coming down and doing a truffle shuffle down the Crazies,
the Moon and Virus.
Shout out to Seamus Handling.
Shout out Seamus, love you, buddy.
Well, the Chicago Blackhawks got the second overall pick. Sadly, it was not rigged, and the Blackhawks did not get the first overall pick in Macklin Celebrini. Instead, they get the second overall pick, and will be projected that they will select Ivan Demidov, right winger. On this channel, I am mostly the hockey guy. On the brains of hockey. And I was watching this kid today. I was reading some articles, and I heard he can shoot, he can pass, he's smooth skating, but he's not a burner. He's fast, but he's not going to beat you on a defender. And I love, I think it's going to be a great addition to Bedard. And me and DP are down were talking about it.
We were talking about earlier when we were having lunch.
Someone needs to compliment Bedard. I love Philip Kurashev. I think Philip Kurashev is going to be great during this rebuild. And it was kind of funny. I was actually hating on him. Well before the season started, I was like, I don't know, man. I don't think it's going to turn out. But he played really good this year. And some guys, especially in hockey, they just need kind of like a what's the word for it? Just kind of a little partner, like Edmonton's Zach Hyman. Played in Toronto, he was terrible. Terrible is a little bit of an overstatement. I would say he was mid. He was middle of the pack.
Yeah, exactly.
But he gets to Edmonton, and he has 54 goals. 54 goals this season.
It's because he got paired up.
Because he's been McDavid and Draisaitl. Yeah. So I think with Kurashev, it was just like he was struggling. But then Bedard comes into the room, and that changed things up. So now you're gonna get Ivan Demidov, who's from Russia apparently too.
Yeah,
I think he's going to be great. The only problem is that what I also read is that he's suffering right now a knee injury. He's going to be out for 6 to 8 weeks.
Well, someone who's experienced a knee injury, I tore my ACL and meniscus for everyone at home. If you really put your mind to it, you can come back from any injury, and knee injuries really don't scare me. When it comes to sports, I know that the athlete's going to get the best treatment he can, best surgery, no matter what it is. The injuries don't really scare me that much when it comes to professional athletes.
Yeah.
But the bigger thing is, I've been hearing some articles of the Blackhawks going for a goalie. Now, what do you think about that? Because I wasn't.
Well, second overall.
Yeah, or trading back for a goalie.
I wouldn't do that.
I don't know how I felt with it.
We need a goalie, but I'd rather just listen. Our goaltending was atrocious last year.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Our Soderblom, you had the worst winning percentage in all of hockey. Now Peter Mrazek, I'll give it to him. He works hard. He's inconsistent, but he works hard. He deserves that 2-year deal.
He's a good number 2 goalie where you can put him in there.
A good backup boy. Yeah. All right, so here's Ivan Demidov. Born December 10, 2005, age 18.
Hold on, can we just pause on this?
He's our
Dude,
age.
he's our age. This dude's
He's
our
our
age.
age.
He's gonna go to the big time in the NHL.
Well, that was Bedard when he first came in.
Bedard was-
Well, no, he was
Wemby.
17.
Yeah,
he was
he was
17
younger
when he
than-
first.
yeah.
No. He was older than me.
Yeah.
By a month. Shoots left, weight 76 kilograms, 168. Wow, he's a skinny guy. Height 180. Oh, he's 5'11. Wow, he's a real. He's a right winger, but he also plays center. So
It's the only thing that scares me is that he's a little bit more on the.
yeah, but Bedard was
the strong.
Bedard was small.
Yeah.
and he's not that
That's-
strong.
that- you're right with that.
I feel like eventually he'll put on some weight and muscle.
Well, yeah.
He's gonna have to. Yeah,
he's gonna have
Once
to
he hits to that, once he hits like that prime area.
Yeah.
Another part with the Blackhawks is that next year they're gonna have a lot of prospects coming up. Frank Nazar, Miko Del Mastro, what's his name? Lance Slager. We saw a little bit of Lance Slager this year. I need to see more out of these guys before we jump to any conclusions. But Kyle Davidson was on a press conference, and people were asking, "Oh, are you going to make any free agent moves?" And he said, "I'm not going to really make that big free agent moves." And I just say I have to agree with him. Like, you're not in a position to bring in, a number one goal scorer. And but we know we have a Bedard, and Bedard's probably going to be like this number one goal scorer for this team.
Generational, yeah.
Yes, but the team itself is not ready to bring in a guy like Austin Matthews. It's not ready to bring in a guy like William Nylander. It's not ready to bring in a guy like Clayton Keller, because it's so bad. So now, what I do if I'm Kyle Davidson, I just let my prospects play out, and if those guys work out, then I bring in a number one goal scorer on a team. Leon Draisaitl's contract's coming up. This is the last year of Leon Draisaitl's contract.
I do like the idea of bringing in a veteran goal scorer, kind of, pair him up, put him in a line with Bedard, kind of help out Bedard's legacy, I
He
guess
does
you
have
can say.
Flamingo,
Yeah.
but Flamingo's not enough. I feel
Yeah,
like.
exactly.
He's a great leader.
He's a great mentor. I mean,
He is a great mentor. Wow, he's born Rush.
I'm like, ladies and gentlemen, I am one of those. I'm one of those guys where I used to be a big hockey fan back in the day when I was younger, and that was when the Blackhawks were great.
Yeah,
I
back
haven't
with the
really-
Patrick Kane.
yeah.
And this is just, I was saying to myself, this is kind of similar to how the Blackhawks got Kane Tays.
Yeah,
This is so similar because
people weren't in tune to the Blackhawks back in the day until Ken Tays came in.
because Patrick Kane was drafted first overall,
Yeah.
and John Taylor was drafted second, third overall, I believe.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, like
So
that.
this is very similar. Now, obviously, the Blackhawks started with the defense first.
Yeah.
When they got Keith Seabrook and Jarmelson, then they got Kane Tays.
Jarmerson. I love
Nick-
Jarmerson.
Hammer time. All right. So last year, Ivan Demidov had played 30 games. He didn't play a lot of games, but he averaged 23 goals, 37 assists, and 60 points.
Wow.
Jeez.
That's like,
The games worries me a little bit that he doesn't have too much experience.
Yeah.
I guess. But stats speak first.
Stats speak first. yeah. Well, I mean, that injury probably has something to do with it.
Yeah, I would have to say so. I mean,
Mhm.
and the injury is pretty serious, especially for hockey when you're skating nonstop. One of
the constant pressure on your knee is going to take a toll.
the most physically demanding sports, I would have to say.
I'd say so too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, Marco. So you're not like much of a hockey,
Yeah.
but I took
I'm-
you to a hockey game and you loved it.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I used to love hockey when I was younger. I loved watching Tays and those Patrick Kane teams.
Yeah.
I love that. But like, when your team hasn't gone back to that level in a long time, you actually do get exhausted.
Yeah, you do get. It's not a
That's
hockey
kind-
town.
that's kind-
It's a
kinda-
Bears. It's a Bears
yeah,
town.
It's a Bears Bulls town. And I would say Sox, but we're living in
Yeah.
a time.
This is now 5.
Hey, go Cubs though. Anyways, I was I mean, I was when I did go to the hockey game, I did have a good time because I saw flashes of what Bedard can do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was.
and he showed me a great class of skills. I'm very excited for his future, but he needs a team.
He needs help.
He needs a compatible team.
One of the things that I was, I got angry with a lot of people is people were saying, he shouldn't win Rookie of the Year or whatever because
He shouldn't?
because he had what was it, minus 42, right?
Oh, yeah, the point differential.
Yeah, but when you have that bad of a team,
Yeah, it's nothing you can do.
But people are trying to argue that he does not deserve it because the point differential.
That's like taking credit away from Victor Wembanyama this season. In the NBA.
Exactly. I mean,
for the Spurs.
What Wemby did with the Spurs was incredible, but he had such a bad team. You can't.
And that's
you
why
can't
it
discredit
aggravates
him.
me. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you can't discredit him for what he tried to do for his team. So yeah, but Darby argued for not being Rookie of the Year is kind of stupid to me. So.
I know.
If there's one number one goal scorer on a team right now, who would you want to go out and get?
You already might know my answer, but
And do not say Connor McDavid.
I'm out of this discussion now. Marcos, back to you.
You want Connor McDavid?
It's probably the
No.
most impossible to
Yeah,
get.
yeah.
But he's one of my favorites. I mean,
Yeah,
the guy misses a quarter of the season. We were just talking about this in the car. He misses a quarter of the season.
And he puts up 100 assists.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I love his game, and I love the way he plays. He's gonna want out of Edmonton soon.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't win something,
yes. If I listen, we're kind of. I mean, this episode's more of the Hawks draft and the NHL playoffs. We're going to kind of talk about both at the same time. Edmonton, they've always had a great offense. Zach Hyman, McDavid, Draisaitl, Jim Hopkins, Evander Kane, always had a great offense. It's kind of the other stuff. It's the defense that scares me. Evan Bouchard is one of the best defensemen. I will say it, but Darnell Nurse is inconsistent. I don't trust Jeff Skinner, the goaltender. I don't think he's good enough. Kind of same situation with Toronto. Now, obviously, I don't know if you guys saw, but the game one against round two against a couple nights ago against Vancouver, they blew it. The Oilers blew it. I forgot, was it a 3-0 lead or was it a 4-1 lead?
I believe it was
something like that.
I know what you're talking about.
They blew a 3-goal lead. You can't do that. I mean, the Stars yesterday, they're up 4-0. I know they won, but they're up 4-0 heading into the third. And the Avalanche stormed back and made it a 1-goal game, and that Dallas still won. The night before that, in game one, between the Stars and the Avalanche, the Stars had a 3-0 lead. Mm-hmm. The Avalanche came back and won it in overtime.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's just something you can't do in any sport. You gotta hold on to the lead.
Atlanta Falcons at West.
Oh.
He might kill us for that.
Hey, I didn't do it this time.
And if you're listening, that wasn't me or Marcos.
I didn't do it this time. Hey, you can't be mad at me this time. But
it was like the White Sox yesterday. I was at the game yesterday, and
did they have a lead and they almost blew it?
They almost blew it. It was up 3-0.
No, but hey, leads are not safe in any sport anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. And anyway, they're
Especially
winning
the NBA.
games somehow. They're winning a couple games.
Well, the point 10 wins.
10 wins? Yeah, 10 wins.
Hey, double digits. Let's go. I mean, yeah.
We're making our way up to 20 wins.
Guess what? We're not the worst team in the league anymore.
Who is
the Rockies are the worst team? We're the second worst team. So improvement. World Series right here. I'm calling it.
Undefeated from here.
I'm kidding. Don't make that a take because I will get fired from ESPN if they find that a take. All right. So some of the playoff. There's 2 playoff games today. We have Florida and Boston, and then we have Edmonton and Vancouver.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you guys take in game 3?
I mean,
for Florida and Boston, that's game 3.
Okay, I'm gonna take Boston. I think Boston's definitely a team to watch out in here.
Mm-hmm.
I think
I feel
you can't take it away from them. They're a strong team. They have their weaknesses, but
Jeremy Swayman, the goaltender. Oh my goodness! Why didn't you go with him last year? Allmark was terrible last year in the playoffs. I mean, Linus Allmark, should not. Listen, he's not a bad goaltender, but I just Swayman. I thought Swayman was better than Allmark.
I agree with you on that, for sure. But who are you taking for that game? You taking Boston?
This is a tough series. I mean, bro, did you hear about that third period in game 2? 136 penalty minutes, all in the third period. I mean,
it's insane.
If you guys get the chance, go check out that crazy fight with Boston and Florida. It was one of those the Chuck and Pasternak. That was a crazy.
And that's why
fight.
I love hockey. It's just
yes, bro. I've been saying it all year. Is that the NHL is the officiating has not let some of these fights go. Like, like you gotta let him get out of the system. Then you come in. If you want to throw him out, you want to give him suspension, you want to fine him, fine. But in the moment, just let him go. Don't like worry about player safety or something. I'm not asking for these guys to go brutal, but like I like those like.
I love the brawl,
off the draws, the brawls, the goaltenders fighting with,
There's that rookie, I forgot his name.
Matt Rempe from the Rangers.
Oh my god.
Oh, that guy is,
he's an animal.
But not just his fighting, but he's a very good presence in front of the net. Like I saw a couple like goals that were scored, not by him, but just by the Rangers. He's like the goaltenders know where to go. Like usually what players will do is that they'll go screen the goaltender. And the goaltender has no vision. I think Matt Rempe could be that. Matt Rempe can do that, and he has done that. And I think that's why the Rangers have fought their way to the second round. They are on the verge of sweeping Carolina.
Yeah,
Carolina was projected to win the Cup this year.
Yeah, I mean, upsets is inevitable in sports. I mean, there's some teams that you don't expect.
It's really hard to come down from 3-0 though.
Yeah, that is hard, but you don't really expect. That's why they're underdogs for a reason. People don't expect them to go as far as they do, and honestly, that's the magic about sports too. Is like you get to see these stories that you didn't think would play out, but honestly, I'm excited. Like some of these matchups and all the drama and all the beef and stuff like that. It's very exciting. It's very entertaining as well.
A lot of the drama. You don't hear a lot of drama when it comes to hockey. There's nothing. It's not basketball. It's not football.
And off the court drama.
Yeah.
They're very. I like that. Like there's always some type of drama in basketball, especially basketball, and it gets me really annoyed. But going back to the Florida Boston, I'm gonna take a tough one. You know what? I'm gonna go with you.
Okay.
Wait.
You like Florida?
Because Florida came off that 6-1 win.
Yeah,
they did came off 6-1.
They taught them in game 2.
I just saw the score. I was like, damn, 6-1.
Yeah, and Boston whooped them in game 1. So I'm like,
in Boston.
Man.
In Boston,
the game 3 is in Boston.
Oh, game 3 is in Boston. Okay, so
Boston whooped Florida in game 1.
Okay, so they're at home at Boston.
Yes, at TD Garden.
And from history, I've always known Boston as like a big time winning team. Historically,
state champions.
Yeah.
Tom Brady.
Yeah, and
Boston is just a winning culture.
Yeah, Boston has so much winning culture. It's actually ridiculous. But yeah, I actually like Hey, who knows? Maybe the Bruins.
It's gonna be a good game.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good game. I think Boston will come out on top.
So who are you gonna take here?
I think I'll go with Boston as well. Because I know Florida came out the 6-1 win, but I think Boston will have the edge at home.
Florida.
You're gonna be
Florida.
You're
okay. All right. I can't even be mad at
I have Florida
that.
in 6. I'm not going to be shocked. I'm not going to be shocked that if Boston wins tonight. But I still have Florida winning the 7-game series. It's going to be in 6, guaranteed.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Now, who do you have for the next game?
Vancouver and Edmonton. I think Edmonton bounces back. I think Edmonton. They're one of those teams I'm not going to down on the fight. I know they got swept a couple years in the conference final to Colorado. Who did they lose to last year? Vegas. They lost to Vegas last year in the second round. But I think, and Vancouver's going to be tough, but I think Edmonton beats them in 5-6 games.
I am going to take Vancouver.
Yeah.
I just can't
that one, I'd be surprised about.
But we were talking about early. They have a really good offense. But
Edmonton? Okay.
But they neglect their defense.
Evan Bouchard's a very good defender. Yeah, he's one of the best defenders.
But that's one player. We got to talk about lineouts here.
Yeah, Cody Ceci.
It's inconsistent. That's the thing with it. It's inconsistent.
Yeah.
Goaltender Jeff Skinner's on. If I'm Edmonton, I go out and find a new goaltender that's better than Jeff Skinner. I don't think he's enough.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go now for the overall picture.
Yeah.
Who do you have winning the Cup?
I actually like the Rangers in Dallas. I like the Dallas Stars as well.
Rangers are buzzing.
So those are my two favorites.
By the way, for the Rangers,
from what I've seen and what I've researched, because this is my first hockey talk. Yeah. I haven't been into hockey since years ago. Yeah, but I am doing research, and I think Dallas and the Rangers are the best teams in this situation.
I'm not gonna argue. I have Dallas winning it all. However, the Rangers are 7-0 in the playoffs right now.
Wow.
They're 7-0. That they went 7-0 the same year they won the Cup in 1994.
Okay, yeah. But wasn't there a guy named Wayne Gretzky on that team at that time?
No, that
or am I
was
thinking of a different year?
He did go to the Rangers, but that was Mark Messier, who is currently on ESPN right now. Mark Messier, I think was he a coach? I don't think he was a coach. I don't think he was a coach.
I can't remember.
He could be a good coach. You know,
Yeah.
I think Pika Subban could be a good coach.
On that topic, one of my favorite players, I gotta take the Rangers, but I'm gonna take a different team because if we're all gonna say the Rangers, I'm gonna say a second team because I love Panarin. I'm always gonna side with him. He was a Hawk, former Hawk. I gotta go with him. I'm always gonna support him.
Mr. Bowman, Mr. Stan Bowman, the Chicago Blackhawks former general manager. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it that you couldn't pay him. I understand you had contracts with Seabrook, Keith, Crawford, Taves, and Kane.
But you got to keep one of your best players around.
Yeah, he's a future star.
He is a star.
Like these guys are not gonna. Obviously we already know what happened, but these guys didn't last long.
Yeah,
just because.
How long did they last? That group, after they got rid of Panarin, do you remember? Was it what?
2019, 2020.
So what? 3 years? Yeah, they didn't last a lot. They should have kept around Panarin. It pains me to say that
Seabrook got injured and he got a bunch of surgery, and then he just said, "I'm going to hang it up."
But then again, it just proves our point that you should have kept Panarin.
You should.
A young player who had a lot of promise.
I will say though, I will defend Sam. It would be hard because you would have had to pay him a lot of money. It wouldn't be just a nice little 3-year deal.
But that's the thing with Chicago. We don't pay the stars. Look at the Bears. We are now getting into a paying culture. Back in the day, McCaskey wouldn't pay for all these.
Yeah, we would never pay for a big improvement in the center position.
Now we are. We're now getting to a culture.
I shouldn't say the words is at the time, when we won the Cup, we signed those huge deals with Hossa and Seabrook and Keith, Kane and Taze. Those were huge deals because we were demanding it.
Yeah.
All right, so what are our predictions? The Hawks had 2 picks in the draft because they had the second pick because they got the trade. They traded away Brandon Hagel and they got a couple picks back for that. Who do you think they should trade for? Not trade for, draft.
Obviously at the number 2 pick, we should pick
Ivan Davidov.
Yeah, Ivan Davidov. And honestly, goalie is a desperate need.
Goalie, okay.
Because, oh God,
yes.
And
Peter Mrazek could be a good mentor.
Yeah, a good mentor, but we need a goalie big time, man.
Yeah.
I feel like some better defending could be useful too.
A defenseman,
Yeah, we need. Yeah, I think we need. There's a lot of things we need. It's not just
it's not just it's a plug and play. You just we get a goalie. All right, now we're instantly.
Yeah, there are some Hawks fans when we drafted Bedard and we got a couple of players they're a playoff team. I'm like, whoa.
We have a lot to go before we.
Yeah, they're still in a deep rebuild. It's gonna take a while, and people. I know Lucas Reichel had a really bad season, but as Hawks fans, I'm telling you right now, you need to give him some more time. He's 21 years old.
A rebuild doesn't just take 1 year.
Yeah. Look what happened with the Bears. It was just it wasn't just plug in. Oh yeah,
We've been saying we've been rebuilding since '85, so
90s.
Since the last time we won a Super Bowl.
Well, no, I know.
Or 2006, last time we were at the Super Bowl.
Point taken.
Yeah. That's just
Well, with the Bears.
The Bears. We don't have the biggest of winning cultures with the Bears in recent memory, I guess, but yeah. Just a lot with the Bears.
Yeah, but as Hawks fans, though, you got to be excited for the future. You got a lot of just electrifying prospects that are really help us out,
That's the thing with Chicago. I will say this. We have a lot of our future in Chicago.
Yeah. It's actually really good.
Except for the Sox.
Whoa.
No, we're not doing this. We're not doing this.
I am a diehard Sox fan.
Yeah, okay.
Come on.
Wait, okay. I will say this. In the next 2-3 years, they're probably going to be the same. However, the White Sox farm system is a top 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, sure.
So what I'm trying to say is that, yes, they're going to be really bad now and probably really bad next year and probably really bad the year after that. But
They're gonna be bad for a long time.
But we
yes,
gotta
but they
hire
have a lot of
manager
prospects.
that actually wants to win. It seems like our manager now. I don't know. I mean,
Also our damn owner.
Jerry was very lazy with that hire. But
Yeah.
going back to the Blackhawks, well, again, the Blackhawks will probably be really bad next year. Listen, I think they could make an improvement, but just kind of like that.
maybe a couple more wins. Yeah.
Yes, but like if they can stay healthy, I think health was a huge problem last season with Taylor Hall being out for the year, Athanasiou being out for a couple months. But I'll say if the Hawks are able to stay healthy, they won't make a playoff run, but they'll definitely,
They can possibly come close if they make the right
they're not
moves.
gonna make the playoffs, bro.
No, not the playoffs. They can come closer
Yeah.
to what we want for the future.
They can take that next step, I guess you can.
We can get
It's the
closer
better
to
way.
making the playoffs than nothing. I mean, this year we didn't do so well.
But I would say this: Marco may tell you, I would draft a goaltender.
Yeah.
If I'm Kyle Davidson, I would draft a goaltender. I know we got some goaltenders down in the minors, but I heard like they're great and I heard they're terrible. I would take a goaltender.
We need a
If
consistent.
If not, I would take either a center or defense. Defensive line.
How would you rank those like in needs? you know?
Needs?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like
Yeah, me and my dad were talking about that. I feel like, wait, what we need the most?
Yeah.
I feel like we gotta get Bedard his
you know, as much as we need a goalie, I think we need
Kurshev's, but I think
we need
maybe
someone
it's
else
Nightwing.
along.
Maybe Bedard's Nightwing.
Nightwing is a solo act. What are we talking
You mean
about?
like
What are we
Robin?
doing?
Batman, Nightwing, Robin.
No.
I'm-
Nightwing is a solo act. Are we gonna turn this into a superhero debate?
I'm so confused.
Because
No.
Bedard needs his damn Robin.
All right,
That's
wait. How about Bedard needs the Justice League?
really.
We could just want
Really?
that.
That's
Or
a
is it
super
Avengers?
team. We can't get him a super team right now. I don't think we ever will get him a super team.
Hey, Patrick King got a super team. What would happen?
Oh my gosh.
Kevin Ringo. Come on now.
We need to get his Robin, because that's the duo, Batman and Robin.
Well,
not Batman and
Connor
Nightwing.
McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, they're Batman Robin. Look how they're doing.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
I'm in the playoffs. I guess I can't really do them.
yeah, I'd rather have playoffs than
yeah,
where we're at.
I mean,
to the fans that say, "Oh, we made it to the playoffs," that means success, and you get whooped in there. That doesn't mean
Well,
anything.
you touched the playoffs. Yes, that's success.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
but
you got
that's like when we say the Bears made the wild card and then get whooped by
Yeah.
the Saints.
Okay, but did we sniff the playoffs? Yeah.
Or the Bulls when they
Make the play.
Okay, the playoff does not count. For real.
No, for the playoffs when they got to the Bucks.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So that's what I'm trying to say. It's like,
I get what you're trying to say here.
Yeah, but you're right. He does need his Robin, but you can't just go for the Robin. You need to go for like the Superman, the Flash,
Yeah.
the Green Lantern.
You need his partner that he's
Yeah.
going to complement Bedard.
Yeah.
It's plain simple.
Yeah,
and
I
then
don't-
you get your goalie, your defensive man, your center. Then you put everything else
Honestly,
below that.
I think it's more of a want. I think what we need is that I first go with defense. Either that defense / goaltending. I'll say that
Okay.
defense / goaltending. I think our wingers aren't that bad, but I think we need better. Center. So defense / goalie, center, and then wingers.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it. So yeah.
All right, guys, that is it for episode 6 of Sports Freaks Podcast.
Oh man. My final message out there for this episode. If my hockey knowledge wasn't up there, I'm so sorry. I'll try to get the hang of this.
I thought you did pretty well.
We all have our strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah,
I mean,
just hockey isn't my strength. I haven't watched the game in years, but I will get better. I'll do my research because I feel like this is the good time to tune back into it because I think we do have a bright future again for that team, except for the White Sox because they're gonna be bad for a long time.
Come on,
Dude,
You're killing Patrick over here.
The team is cooked. Jerry Reinsdorf is not a good owner.
all right.
All right.
This is a conversation for another.
Yeah, no,
episode.
All right,
Another
we'll talk
episode.
about this at a different time. But yeah, we have a good future for the Blackhawks.
All right, see you guys next one.
See you.